Saturday night anymore because it ain't. All right, let's see if we get some screen time here. Wait, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. I don't know. I don't even know if this part plays in the replay or not. Where's my mouse? That's my gun. Okay. Come on, screen. 35 seconds already. Still waiting. Tick tock, tick tock. 38, 39, 39 seconds. What do we got? Oh, I got the Biltmore Hotel tonight. Okay, let's get rid of that. Oh, now what do we got? Hybrid holster. And we'll get rid of that. And I can see me and we're good. And we don't have a whole lot of... Let me get my screen set up here. Okay. All right. I guess before we start here, Tony Hoadley, thank you for the super chat before we started there. Happy birthday plus 7 days to Mrs. P. Here's a little something for feeding her forest friends and a few bucks for some extra blood pressure pills for the night of May 30th. There you go. And then Laura Hunt, welcome to Wizard level, and it's the only level in regards to memberships. So thank you for doing that. That all obviously goes toward the Christmas fund drive, if you will, that we do for charity. So, all right, let's get this party started. Happy, well, can't say that. Okay. Welcome to Saturday night. God. All right. So if you guys caught the rumors, I'm going to go into detail on this in the morning. I guess after all the gag orders and everything like that Judge Mershon imposed on Trump, the Manhattan DA's office is leaking information, and apparently the DA's office is going to recommend a year in Rikers for Trump. We'll see what happens. I don't know if the AC/DC song Jailbreak comes to mind. It's going to be interesting. I could see there'd be 5,000 trucks blocking whatever car goes to trying to take Trump into custody. That's going to be interesting. But yeah, July 11th is going to be kind of interesting. If you saw the news today, you have some not congressman. You have the RNC trying to, or being requested to, move the Republican National Convention to July 4th. So a week before Trump is sentenced. I think that would be extremely appropriate. If you haven't got the idea, guys, they want war. And they are hell-bent on stopping Trump, which means stopping us all. And good luck with that. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. No, I'm not going to go into a rant again tonight. I will try to keep my composure. I was pissed the other night. If you didn't notice, apparently some 3,000 people that watched the video live noticed, and I think nearly 40,000 people watched the replay on it. It's funny, I even got a text from Jason, Angry Prepper, this evening. He said, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." I said, "The FBI hasn't come knocking on the door yet." He was worried I was going to have a heart attack. Or stroke out, so no. The flag outside is still flying upside down. It will be until the case is overturned. It probably will be until the election, and then if Biden's reelected, it will never flip, because the United States is dead at that point. But yeah, going to be interesting with everything going on. I figure you guys will probably have quite a few questions tonight on that. We'll discuss that as you guys wish. Leo Wife, thank you for joining the club, if you will. Gina, thank you for joining as well. And again, if you guys are wondering what the little blue stars are, okay, and I'll just give you the story real quick. YouTube has been pushing memberships on content creators, sign this up, set this up, set this up, set this up. And I'm like, I just don't want to do this crap. But they start getting pushy. We'll just leave it at that. So I set it up at a whopping 99 cents a month and figured, okay, here's the deal. We're just going to take whatever we raise out of that and we're going to add it to our Christmas charity drive. You guys know where we put or donate to the food bank, the animal shelter, and the toy drive. So that's what that's all for. So it gets you a little star. I do make sure to check at least when I'm trying to read comments, and you guys can imagine how many I get on a regular video. It's 500 or 600. We get videos like the giveaway videos. It's 2,000. So yeah, it gets. But at least my promise is that I will get through and take a look at those. Tristan, thank you for the super chat. And I see we got a couple others. Angry Taco, welcome aboard. Rebecca Long, welcome aboard. Thank you both. You guys know what we do over Christmas, so that's kind of what we're doing there. If you're interested in doing it under the live stream, under the video right here, you'll see the little join button. That is, if you want to become a member, that's how that works. So, and somebody just said, what is Wizard? It's just a play on words. It's no different than me calling it free play. It's just a play on the word pinball. Okay, you play a pinball game, you get you win a free game. It's called a free play. Harbor Prepper, thank you for joining. I put Wizard in there just because of the Who song Pinball Wizard, and so many people have asked me if I have pinball machines or I play pinball or whatever, with the whole name thing. So that's the only reason I put it in there. Jerry Biggins, thank you for joining up. RK, thank you for joining up. We'll kind of go in there. All right, so we will get into this. As you guys know, we have 2 giveaways tonight. One for Mark C. Welcome aboard. We have 2 giveaways tonight. One for a 52-quart Lion cooler from Wellbots, and one for a 2,000-watt generator from Dabson. Propane Peddler and 2 cents. Welcome aboard. So we are going to get into this. And guys, I apologize if I'm going to miss a couple of people that join or something like that. I'm trying to keep it going. Penny, welcome. J.M. Miller, welcome. Silvergram says, how much? 99 cents a month. That's pretty much what it is. Okay, so yippee. All right, so we're going to get into the drawing. We will draw first for the Lion cooler, and then the second drawing will be for the generator. Okay. The Lion cooler will be sent directly to you from Wellbots. The generator will be sent directly from my house. Okay, I've got it sitting over here on the chair next to me, waiting to find out who's going to get it. Circe, welcome to the group. Somebody else joined in here too. Prepping Mom, welcome aboard. And who is the other one? Gorilla Gunslinger, Al Rudy. Okay, thanks guys. I appreciate this. And you know what? Seeing you guys North Alabama hiking, welcome. Thank you for doing this. Don Quest, welcome aboard, because you know where this is going and you know how much fun Christmas is when we get to help other people. Bob, welcome aboard. It's nothing, Silver Graham, welcome aboard. It's nothing big that, any one of us do. But I mean, last year, Christmas time, we raised over $15,000 freaking dollars that got donated to the food bank. I mean, the funny part, I think I told you guys this, we donated $5,000 to the animal shelter here. The county gives them $6,000 a year. Okay. So that was just the difference in what you guys do. Dream Daryl, welcome aboard. I can't keep up with all of this. Emma London, welcome aboard. Salt Mist Cottage. Okay. All right. I got to, Raising Faith. I hate not recognizing somebody who's doing this. Jenny McAdams, thank you. Jeannie McAdams, I'm sorry if I'm trying to read this off my phone because I can't keep up. Let's see. Michael White, welcome aboard. Salt Mist Cottage. As it keeps going crazy. All right, so back to the drawing here. Michael Oldfield. Oh, Christ. One Wolf. There you go. There's a name. Kate Berkeley and Barkley. There we go. All right. Let me get into this. Otherwise, we're never going to get anywhere. So for the first drawing for the Lion Cooler, you had to be in the lower 48, mention the name of your state and your favorite tree. I know that was a real exciting decision there I made. For the second one, for the Dabson Cooler, that had to be the state in which you live in and who you think Trump should pick for his VP. All right, now, again, we will do this in the random comment picker. The person whose name I draw will have 3 minutes to reply in the chat that they are here. Okay. Obviously, it's a must be present to win. I've been saying this for over a year. I will say it again. Okay. When I tell you, and when the moderators will all post there, so you can't say you missed this, okay? No more comments unless you are the winner. All right. The simple reason is this. There are now, how many people are in here right now? 2,700? Okay. And I've got to find one name. Y'all know how fast the chat goes through. Okay. And I'm looking for that one person's name. Please respect who the winner is, give them a chance, and respect me, give me a chance to see that person's name. The last thing I want to have happen is somebody say, I said I was here and you didn't see it. Okay. Now, the other catch, and I've said this for 6 months now, you need to make sure that your name in the chat room matches the name of the comment. If your name that you comment under was Bob Smith and the name that, and you in the chat room go under the name of Peanut Butter and Jelly Prepper, I'm not going to go double check. If it's something simple like it's Bob Smith and you read Bob Smith 2612, I'll check. Okay. But gotta match. I've said that forever. Nothing's changed. All the judge's rules are final, and I'm the judge. Okay, that's it. So, all right, let me get over here. Let me put the first link in. I got to find this, and I'm not going to do this because I've got it in a spreadsheet, and it's also the same spreadsheet. It's got other personal information on, so I'm not going to show you that part. I don't think you need passwords. All right, so let's flip this over, and this first one is for the Lion Cooler. All right, and come on, YouTube, flip. There we go. All right. So there in the center is the link from the video from a few days ago where we did the Lion Cooler. We'll go to fetch. We do not include replies. You guys know that. Everybody gets one, everybody had to be a primary comment, as I say all the time, primary comments only, and we do not allow duplicates. Everybody gets one entry. So let's see how many names we have. We'll let this run. There's 1,000. 15. 2. 25. 2,713 comments. Okay. At this point, do not make any comments unless you are the winner. Okay. All the mods are putting this up right now so you can see this. Do not make any comments. If you make a comment after this is all done, or after this point right now, you will be put in a 7-day timeout. You've just eliminated your chance for winning. Okay, so, all right, I can see Motimer and Robert and Bass Eckward. Everybody has said it. Okay, Tristan, there you go. Good. You guys should all know by now. You can't miss this. All right. Let's pick this winner. And we have Charles Coleman, 4115. Good morning, Pinball and family, praying for Trump and country. We're from Northeast Oklahoma. Love my peach tree, and it's loaded this year. There we go. Charles Coleman, you have 3 minutes, which would be up until 9:17 to acknowledge your presence. All right. We are looking for Charles Coleman. There you go. He is here. That will work. Prep Rebel, you might want to undo that one. That was our winner. uh, all right. Little too quick on the trigger finger there, buddy. Let's make sure this is the right person. Charles Coleman, 4115. He is, in fact, there. All right. So that is correct. Yep. Let's see if I can undelete that. No, I can't. All right. Mods, careful. Okay. Let's not get too crazy. All right, Charles Coleman, congratulations. You are here. What I need you to do is email me your name, Charles Coleman, hopefully, physical mailing address, and phone number. I will get that over to Elliot. He usually gets stuff out about Wednesday. So probably by Friday or Saturday, you will have a 52-quart Lion cooler sitting on your front porch when you get home from work. So congratulations there. All right, now let me find my link. Yes, I'm looking around my camera here. Okay. Copy. And close that out. Let's just refresh the page. That's easier. Paste. Okay. All right. So let's flip this over again. All right. Now we are going for the Dabson DBS 1000 Pro. There is the link to, when did I do this? Yesterday? I think it was yesterday's video. All right. Fetch, same thing. No replies, no duplicates. We continue, and we will see how many comments we get out of this one. This one, of course, we needed lower 48 and who you want to be Trump's VP. Bradford Olmsted, you must have got here late. I already explained what all the wizard stuff was. All right, this one we don't have as many entries. We only have 2,090. So let's see who we got. Dun, dun, dun. Karen Reinerson. I live in Indiana. J.D. Vance is VP. It's about as straightforward as you get. Karen Reinerson, you have until 9:20. So let's flip that over. And let's see if we got a Karen Reinerson. Looking for Karen Reinerson. Oh, and here we go. We got people getting tossed. Okay. There you go. Karen Reinerson is here. What do you know? All right. Congratulations. Karen, same thing for you. I need you to email me your name and your address and your phone number. And when I get that, I will send it out to you. I send via UPS. Elliot will send via FedEx. I don't have any control over who he sends it, but FedEx out here is garbage. So everything I do is UPS. That'll be that way to go. So congratulations to both of you. One of you got a new solar cooler. One of you got a new solar generator. So that's how that one goes. All right. Let me see if I can even do some of these here. Let's see. Leo Wife, welcome aboard. Bob R., I think I said Texas Bass, welcome aboard. Joyful Cottage, welcome aboard. So thank you all for guys doing that. Again, it's all money that will be going into the Christmas fund. All right. Prep Rebel, sorry about that, too much caffeine. Dude, well, for you, it's only 6:15 at night, but unless you're back up in Kanakistan. But yes, okay, there we go. NT, welcome aboard. Let's see. Okay, so let me get into this. All right, Q&A. Teresa, welcome aboard. Kevin, welcome aboard. Q&A. So if you've got questions for me, guys, please put them in all caps, just like every other YouTube channel. Pretty straightforward stuff out there. Just makes it easier for me to go through the chat and find the questions real quick. The only requirement I have, and you guys should know this by now, is treat everybody in here with respect. I have no problem with disagreement amongst yourselves. I have no problem with people disagreeing with me. I don't expect everybody in the world to like me. Don't care if they do. Don't care if they don't. Okay. What I will demand is that you treat everybody in here with respect. You don't like me? Leave. It's fine. I'm not going to lose any sleep. You're not going to get any tears out of me. Don't worry. Okay. You don't want to be here? You don't have to be. If you want to be an asshole, I'll make sure you're not here. And that's what all the moderators' jobs are. So if you want to be rude, if you want to be obnoxious, they'll toss you. Disagreement is fine. Okay, just don't be rude. All right, so let me get up to Q&A here, and I gotta go after. Okay, there's all the congratulations. Pighead Water Buffalo. Seriously, thought of you all day. Transplanted 30 Omra. I'm assuming that's supposed to be okra. Spell check. Starts. No, you don't like it, but giggled the whole time. There you go. Yep. Sorry, not eating okra. Period. End of story. The end. Done. No problem. You know, I don't think I'd put okra in my compost pile, just not to ruin everything. Jason doesn't like spam. I don't like okra. All right, Donna Charge. As for the chemtrail ban next month, should we take a pic if we see a trail and then go to Flight Tracker to take a pic to identify the perp? That's a question for Monkey Works, okay? YouTube channel, if you guys don't know. He's excellent all over the place at tracking airline and stuff like that. I know of the chemtrail ban. I mean, we've got one here in Tennessee. Yeah, I mean, I could see that would be not a bad idea. I mean, you know, because Flight Tracker, you can find almost real time where it is. I know I used it many times when we were living out west, and PBJ was coming out to see me. It's like, okay, where's your flight? Oh, they're over Nebraska now. Oh, they're over Wyoming. You know, here they come. So, or here she comes. But Angry Taco, how many members do I have already? It was like 60 before we started tonight. So by now, probably after everything going here, 80 or 90, I'm betting, with all that you guys have joined on. So cool. East Tennessee Mike, Pinball, will there ever be another gathering? I don't know. Okay. We've talked about it. I've looked into places. The problem I have is you get into cost. Okay. Because all these places are now starting to ask for buku bucks to reserve some sort of pavilion or anything like that where we need to be. I mean, I got to find someplace that's got a bathroom. All right, there's the catch. You know, I can't say, okay, come on out here, we're going to hang out for 8 hours and there's no bathroom. So where people go, oh, you could just do it out in a field somewhere. Okay, maybe the guys are going to go piss on the tree, but the girls, no. Okay. So every place I'm looking is like $1,500 or something like that. That's like, sorry, YouTube doesn't pay that well. Okay. I don't know. If I find something, and again, y'all have to remember too, from my side of the fence, there's a boatload of work that goes into setting that up. Okay. So it's a matter of me prioritizing stuff. Crystal clear. Did I enjoy spending with Steve? Okay, I'm assuming that means spending time and Steve Poplar. If you guys know Poplar Report, and this one, I guess he's now started a new channel, Poplar Prepping. I've known Steve, not personally, since before he had his first YouTube channel, and he had, it's got to be a couple of years ago, had called me up and asked a whole bunch of questions about starting a channel and what to do, and, you know, suggestions, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm more than happy to help anybody with something like that. It wasn't a big deal. But so he wanted to interview me for his new channel. When did we do it? Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, I think. was the day after I finally got internet back. I think we were supposed to do it on Tuesday, and I got internet. We did it on Wednesday. Yeah, it was Wednesday because we were talking about Tuesday night's live stream. But yeah, no, I've got a lot of respect for Steve. He's a smart man. We have differences of opinion. Okay, there's no, and that's fine. Okay, there's certain things that he believes that I don't. Certain things that I believe that he doesn't. That's cool. Okay, it's not like he believes in pedophilia or something. You know, it's not those types of beliefs. It's like, okay, he wants to do something one way, I want to do something another way. Good. He learns from me, I learn from him, etc. You know, again, I've said a million times, there is no one way to do this. You've got to do what works for you. He lives in Pennsylvania. I live in Tennessee. Okay? He probably needs a snowblower. I don't. You know, just simple, stupid stuff like that. So, but no, I mean, we talked for probably about 15 minutes before the interview. We recorded the video, and then I think we spent another hour we talked over StreamYard. I think we spent another hour talking, just the two of us, until we finally killed it. I think we started like 7:30 in the morning and finally finished at 10 o'clock for a half an hour video. And if you noticed, there were no edits. So that was a 35-minute video that we just recorded straight through. Yes, I enjoyed spending time with him quite much. Pam's Spam. Is it okay to reuse shredded straw mulch from one-year tomato growing in a 5-gallon bucket? Okay, depending on what you're trying to reuse it for. Let me give it to you this way. If you're gonna compost it, yeah, absolutely. If you want to reuse it as the straw mulch, you took the straw mulch off your tomato plant, don't use it on tomatoes this year. Reason being, it's a better safe than sorry type thing. In case there's any disease that is in that straw mulch from tomatoes, or any sort of insect or whatever that likes tomatoes, okay, you know, like tomato hornworm eggs or something like that, you don't want to put it around tomatoes again. You don't want to put it around anything that's a nightshade. So put it around your potatoes, your beans, something else. No peppers, no eggplants, no tomatoes. Is it guaranteed that it's going to be a problem? No, but why risk it? Master Blaster, what do you think about India taking back 102 tons of physical gold from London? Not a big surprise, okay? And I've been talking about this for 2 years. Countries are repatriating their precious metals all over the place. Remember, India's a BRICS nation, okay? Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South America. And then, what is there, like 40 some odd countries around the world that want to join BRICS, okay? That's dangerous for the United States. Chances are, whatever currency, and this is reading the tea leaves, China is buying gold like crazy. India is repatriating 102 tons of it. Russia is mining gold and silver like crazy. Okay. What happens? What do you think happens to the U.S. petrodollar, backed by the full faith and credit of the Joe Biden administration? Okay. When China comes up and says, we want to pay you in BRICS bucks, oh, and it's backed by gold, U.S. dollar dies. And nobody understands the concept of how that would crush our economy, okay? Because understand this, every country around the world right now is basically required to keep U.S. dollars, because it's the only way you can buy, or the only way that you can participate in a lot of international trade. Let's put it that way. I mean, sure, I know there's countries that are buying oil from Saudi Arabia right now in Iran or something like that. But when all of a sudden the dollar is no longer the U.S. world reserve currency, and all those greenbacks come flooding back into the United States, what happens to the value of the dollar? And this is why I keep saying over and over and over again to have money in precious metals, because there's going to be a day that we wake up, and it may not be the government come up and say we're devaluing the currency. It may be market conditions go, the dollar is now worth 60% to what it was yesterday. Think it can't happen? Mrs. P lived it when she woke up on a Monday morning and they devalued the ruble by 50%. Okay, that was it. Just done. Don't think the dollar is some almighty untouchable currency. This is what the rest of the world is trying to do. They are trying to destroy the economy. I have said from the beginning, hell, our own government's trying to destroy our economy. Okay, you think that Joe's not involved in this? Joe's probably got 10% of the BRICS Federal Reserve, to the big guy. I mean, as crooked as he is, he makes Richard Nixon look like a saint. But this is the thing. We're going to wake up one morning and the dollar is going to crash. And people are going to, how did this ever happen? I didn't see it coming. No shit, because you were an idiot, okay? Because a blind man can see this coming. 10-4 man, if you had a water softener, would you use it to water your garden? No. The problem with that is how does a water softener work? It's salt, okay? You're going out and you're buying these 40-pound bags of Morton salt and you're pouring it into your water softener. You don't want to add that much salt to your garden. Think of what putting rock salt on your driveway does to the grass for those of us up north. Spring rolls around and the grass on the edges of your driveway is dead. Okay. You don't want to do it. In all honesty, if you're on city water or municipal water or anything, you don't want to use municipal water. You really don't want to use municipal water with all the crap that's in it. Just think of the chlorine that's in the water. I mean, anybody will tell you, anybody that's ever done any gardening knows, if you're going to water your garden with something out of the tap, fill a bucket, fill a barrel, whatever it is, with the water and let it sit open for 24 hours to let all that chlorine evaporate from the water. I get it. It's like, okay, how does my hose work? Well, gee, I just pump the hose out of the house. In long term, you're doing damage. You're not going to see it short term, but you're gonna keep adding salts and chemicals and everything. All the story that everybody's read on fluoride, right? How dangerous fluoride is for you. It's in the water system. They put it in the water. So. Cindy Stager, what spices do you and Mrs. P use on our diet? Salt. I use pepper on a couple of things. Garlic powder, onion salt, onion powder, and occasionally she will put dill on something. That's about it. So we don't, I know the Europeans are like, oh my God, you've got to put spices on everything. Hell, they spent the entire 20th century or 18th, 15th through 20th century conquering lands for spices. Americans aren't so much into the spices, so. Katie Kelly, the carnivore diet is really working for you. My face is getting super slim. Yeah, okay. The scale ain't agreeing with you, but I've been stuck at the same weight for 3 months. Healthy disrespect. Did all the excitement this week break my stuck on carnivores? Oh, no, it did not. I'm still stuck on. I'm still on the diet, and I'm still stuck in the mid 280s. So, Lisa Wolf, when you connect the EcoFlow to the 12 C-band solar panel, do you have to purchase the XT60 cable from Wellbots? We did not get one. The cable should have come with your generator. Uh, yeah, that I'd get a hold of Wellbots and say you didn't get the XT60 cable. That should have come with, okay? Because otherwise you can't charge it via solar. Hick Gal, what chances of balkanization and when? Well, the crystal ball has not come back from the shop. I dropped it again. Uh, do I think it's going to happen? Yes. Do I have any clue when? No. Ann Ford, when do I think housing will crash? In 2024. The it's going to be really interesting to see what bombs that the Biden administration leaves in for Trump to deal with, but he's doing everything he can to destroy the economy before he loses in November, and it's gonna come to a head. And I mean, again, it's not just one thing that's going to do it. You know, you've got, again, the aforementioned BRICS, the dollar devaluation, you've got inflation. I mean, there's a whole bunch of things to do it. There was a bank up in Michigan this week that decided they were going to start doing 0% down housing again. You know, if you make 80% of the poverty level in this county or whatever it was up in Michigan, they'd finance you 100% for your house. I'm like, didn't we try this in 2008 and destroy the economy? Let's try it again. You know, those who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it. Jeannie McAdams, thanks for the collaboration with Steve Poplar. Really enjoyed hearing some backstory. My whole backstory is in videos. I've reposted them a couple of times so you guys get an idea who I am. So, Gina HT, the cooler was a great deal. How much do you like yours? Is the coupon still good? Thank you. It's sitting right behind me. I love this cooler. I mean, it's what I like about it more than anything else is, I mean, I just leave it plugged in all the time. But if I want to go out on the back porch where, you know, 4th of July comes up, you guys know I have friends and neighbors over and I smoke a brisket, whatever. I just bring the cooler outside. I don't have to fill it with ice. I don't have the water. I don't have a mess. Run it on the battery and it's good, you know, and the thing will run for 8-10 hours or whatever. It's fine, you know, come back in, plug it in. If I don't have power, plug it in with one of my portable solar panels. I'm good. Yeah. We just talked about the diet. Whoops, and we just shot to the bottom. Beth Wolpert got Russian banana potatoes growing this year. Package said they are good roasted. Does Mrs. P have any recipes for them? I'll have to ask her. I've never heard of Russian banana potatoes. Whether she has, I don't know. So, Mid Georgia Woodland Homestead, rent porta potties. Sure, no problem. Okay, you paying for them? New York budget prepper, can we contribute toward a get together? I gotta find the place. That's. I mean, if you guys remember when we did this in 2021, okay, I think at the time the channel had about 20,000 subscribers, and I found a place that we could take 250 people, and I had to have people RSVP. I eventually had to turn people away, saying we don't have any more space for it. This is the issue. I'm not going on a world tour. Okay, this is it. It's got to be somewhere that's close. And again, I don't know if we're going to do it. I can't promise anybody. I'd like to, but I have a life too. That's it. Let's see. Mortimer says Steve seemed genuinely happy to have you on his channel, and I was happy to meet with him. It's nice to talk to him. I mean, we've emailed back and forth, quite a bit of times. Like I said, there's a lot of people on YouTube I have a lot of respect for. There's a few of them that I wouldn't piss on if they were on fire, but most of the YouTubers are very good people. Ronald Simmons, if Joe Biden knocked on your front door, what would you say to him? You're trespassing, GTFO. Let's see. Amy Arsenault, if you're a member of an American Legion, they will give members a cheaper rate, if not for free. Yeah, okay. And the American Legion will hold 50 people around here at least. Okay. I mean, if we did this, I need a venue that can hold 1,000 people. That's the way at 20,000 people, we were turning people away over 250. Now the channel's got 114,000 subscribers. I figure we'd have at least 1,000 show up. Angeline Wilson, hello Pinball, how's it feel being a celebrity? No. Okay. Thanks for sharing your wisdom with the popular. You and Mrs. P enjoy the weekend. Okay. I am no celebrity. I am a regular guy that puts my pants on just like everybody else. I'm just somebody that doesn't mind sitting in front of a camera. That's the only difference between me and a lot of people. Okay, we talked about that. Dre and Daryl, I'm guessing. We always watch you first thing getting ready for work, then Steve right after I was at work and saw his afternoon video. I was like, oh, hey, look. Depends on what time we get him up. Sometimes I mean, Steve's usually pretty good about getting his videos up right around 6 o'clock Eastern. Mine will go up anywhere between 5:30 and 7. So it depends on who's first, but it's funny because we talk about literally completely opposite type topics, but he's one of the ones after I make my video in the morning, he's usually the first one I go watch. KS1 Big Dad 783. Turned my flags upside down yesterday, started a good discussion. Didn't all agree, but that's okay. Good, that's fine. I don't want a country where everybody agrees on everything. Again, talking about Poplar and I didn't agree on everything. That's fine, okay? I just don't want people that believe in teaching 6-year-olds that they can change their gender or promoting a mentally ill lifestyle. No, okay? I want a moral country, and that's the problem. Liberals and progressives have no morals, and that's why I can't. I don't acknowledge they exist. They are 2 steps below pond scum. Mama Preps 4. How many pounds of tomatoes should I expect from 19 plants? There's thousands of different varieties of tomatoes. Depends on the type of tomato you bought. Better off is research the type of tomato you bought and see what they say that you can expect 10 pounds of tomatoes off of this plant. Okay, and I got 19 plants. I can get 190 pounds. I mean, I cannot answer a generic question like that. It's like, how many drops of rain are going to fall from the sky this afternoon? Von Mousetrap, what happens if Trump is jailed and he can't run for office? Who will run then? Okay, first off, if he's jailed, he can run for office. There is nothing in the Constitution that prevents anybody that is incarcerated from running for office. So even, let's just hypothetically say, let's say that Alvin Bragg recommends to Mershon that they give Trump a year in jail. Trump gets a year in jail starting January 11th, and he's in jail till January 11th, 2025. He could be the president sitting in a cell in Rikers Island. No big deal. Okay. I don't see him stepping down at all. Okay. And I honestly, I think the Supreme Court will step in. They're not going to worry about the New York Appellate Court or the New York Supreme Court. This is too big of an issue. Okay. And you have the prosecution itself is criminal. Okay. You have a constitutional right to know what crime you are charged with. They don't even know what crime he was found guilty of. Okay. I mean, there's like 4 different constitutional arguments they can make. And I have a feeling SCOTUS is going to come up before the sentencing and going, you ain't doing shit. We're going to talk about this first. They're going to toss everything. The Democrats will scream bloody murder. But the only thing, and you're hearing all sorts of stuff all over the place. Who's going to jail first, Hillary or Barack Obama or Biden or whatever it is? Yeah, they all deserve to go to jail. The precedent's been set. You don't need a crime. Go arrest them, and you can convict them, and we don't have a crime. So, I mean, that could all be done. We need to get past this, okay? We need to get this country back. We don't need the political bullshit. Joe's little smile yesterday was about the biggest admittance of that he's running the show on this Trump trial. Is that, I mean, the happiest days of my life are going to be when Hillary Clinton's put 6 feet under, Barack Obama's put 6 feet under, and Joe Biden's put 6 feet under. Okay. The 3 of them they make the Rosenbergs look like the second coming of Christ. I mean, trust me, I will be buying kegs of beer and bottles of champagne and celebrating when each one of them are dead, because the United States will become a whole lot better country once we get rid of those 3 pieces of shit. Lefty 825, there's a question. How is Copper doing this year? Copper's laying over in front of the stairs right now. He hears his name being mentioned. He's getting older, but he's still doing his thing. He still doesn't like going, he still won't go up and down stairs unless he's terrified of a thunderstorm or fireworks or something like that. Typical dog. But he's still a happy dog. But thank you for asking about Copper. Let's see. Catgirl66, who's my choice for VP? Well, I said a couple of months ago, the one I'd really like to see would be Ted Cruz. Okay. And the reason being is the most important. The reason I think it's important is whoever Trump picks is by default the front runner for the 2028 nomination. Because remember, Trump can only run 1 term. That's it. Okay, that's it. He gets 4 years. So whoever it is has to be somebody with strong conservative principles, and they need to be a firebrand. They need to be somebody who's got the backbone that Trump has, and that can put up with the shit that they're giving them. Because, and I'm sorry, as many people would say Kristi Noem or Tim Scott or Byron Donalds or Elise Stefanik or anything like that, none of them, they would have all caved long ago if this was I don't even know if Ted Cruz would be able to put up with it. Ramaswamy might be an option at this point. He's the firebrand, and he wouldn't put up the shit either. And he's got the money to back it up if they're going to make him pay millions of dollars for lawyers too. Again, that gets us another problem. We don't need a government of the wealthy, for the wealthy, by the wealthy. Okay, but we do need somebody who's got balls of steel. Let's see, guys. There's a whole bunch of you guys who have become members, and I appreciate y'all. I'm sorry I am so far behind in the chat. I'm not going to be able to recognize everybody, but thank you all. And I see a couple of you have gifted some memberships. That's really cool. A Cushionette Prepper, hey Pinball, found a salamander in my garden. Will they do any harm? No, actually, they'll do good. They're going to eat the bugs that are in there, so that's a good thing. Kevin Little, so far nothing bad in New York City. Keeping up with Jason. We're 4 hours from there, but out in the country. President Trump. Yeah, you notice this. The conservatives didn't burn down cities. I'm surprised the liberals didn't riot in celebration. That actually shocked me. But I never figured that conservatives were going to go out and start tipping over police cars and burning down buildings. Scott Boneta, even though we support 164 countries, the dollar still crashed. Yeah. It doesn't take much. Right now, if you understand this, you take the US GDP, the EU GDP, and the BRICS GDP, okay, compare them. The GDP of the United States is about $5 trillion more than the EU or BRICS. We are not an all-powerful economy. Those two are catching up. The EU economy has gone to socialist, liberal, progressive, idiot. They're going to continue to get weaker. The BRICS ones, they're going to continue to get stronger. And when they surpass the GDP, okay, of the United States, then all of a sudden, why do you have a world reserve currency that isn't of the largest currency in the world? And then we're in trouble. And it's close. Orange to Sweet, how do we join the wizard? The little join button underneath the video. Fat Daddy's Outdoor Cooking, how long do you have to search the web to get the video info out daily? It depends. Sometimes I already know what I want to talk about before I even come downstairs in the morning. Other times I'm always looking to see what's going on in the evenings. Usually Mrs. P and I are sitting down here. She's watching a video or watching a movie or doing whatever, and I'm seeing what's going on in the world. Sometimes it's 15 minutes. Sometimes I'll spend 3-4 hours looking for stories. And then if I've got to find data or corroborating evidence or anything like that to go up, there are videos that have taken me a couple of days to do the research on. Karen Reinerson, my email won't go through. Are you sure you're typing my email address right? It's pinballpreparedness@mail2world.com. It's right underneath the video. Just copy it there and send it on over. Michelle Cianconi, I'm probably butchering your name. I apologize. What are my thoughts on well water? Be happy you have it. Okay. I'm on a well here. And the advantage to it is I control the water. There's nobody in the city, the county, the state going, click, we're shutting your water off. Joe Biden, the Democrats, anybody has no control over me getting water. Pumps on my land. I own the water rights. As long as I got power to it, I got water. Okay. You got municipal water, and they go, you know what? We don't think you should have water anymore. Just go ask Jackson, Mississippi. Go ask Flint, Michigan, how well that's worked for them. Jamie Dolan, Pinball, did you know that boiling water with fluoride increases the fluoride level? No, I did not. Karen, I see you said my email won't go through again. You're going to have to figure that one out on your end. I can't help you there. Broken Dolly, watched you on Popular Prepper's live stream today. Awesome. Also, since Tennessee has banned cloud seeding, I've been able to enjoy the view much better and things just feel right now. Okay, then don't turn on the news because, yeah, things don't feel right right now. Blessed, how's the pond doing? Getting better. I mean, we had that storm last week. That helped a little bit. There's still a leak in the pond. I'm still, it's packing down. It's going to take time. Eventually, it'll get there. There's more water in it this year than there was last year. The fish are doing fine. There's plenty of water in there. It's not anywhere close to full, but still getting there. And I've got to put the sealant on there, but I need that rainstorm that we had. As much as we got 5 inches of rain, that's great. But my drain system, it's a 4-inch pipe. It'll only move 3,000 gallons a minute. Well, when the water's coming down the street, that pipe can't handle it all. So a lot of it just goes right over the drain. So I'm getting some. Amish at heart, have grubs in my cherry fruits. Can I still juice and drain them? How do I prevent it next year? I'm assuming you've got ground cherries then. Can't see having grubs in a cherry tree. Yes, you can still juice and strain them. How to prevent it? What the hell is the stuff called? Milky spore. You need to get some milk. You can order it on Amazon and sprinkle some milky spore over the ground, everything there. That'll get rid of them. And that's milky. The advantage to milky spore is it's a do it once and you're done. Okay, because it's actually live and it will continue to reproduce itself in the soil. Okay, we shot to the bottom again, and it's 9:56. Okay. Anne Marie B, when is Mrs. P doing a cooking video again? We were talking about that today. A few of you guys have asked for her to show you how to pickle garlic. So our garlic is pretty close to dry. It'll probably be ready by the end of this next coming week. So probably within a week or so. Let's see. Fat Daddy, you know how to smoke a brisket? You definitely learned that in Denton, Texas. Where the hell did I learn how to smoke a brisket? I don't remember. I mean, I've smoked so many in my life. I don't remember when. I mean, everything from to little barrel smokers to my smokehouse to big old huge barbecue smokers. Let's see. Fastball 2611, Pinball, you said your broccoli was a bust. So was mine. What do I believe the cause was? I have a hard time growing broccoli here. It certainly wasn't the weather because it's been cool and broccoli likes cool weather. It's still out there. I mean, I haven't pulled it yet. I mean, the stalks are, easy an inch around. It's just not heading. So I don't know. A couple of years ago, I planted in the big garden, and I got small heads on it. I mean, I don't know. I don't have an answer. But I mean, again, it's any year, some things will do great, some things will do piss poor. I mean, my beet crop this year is crazy good. My broccoli crop sucks. Zoomer Prepper, this might be a dumb question, but as a junior enlisted who keeps moving every 4 years, is it better to keep to myself and try to make another mag group? Wow, that is a really interesting question. Yeah, because if you the advantage you have is you pretty much have a built-in mag with your platoon. Because you guys have each other's, and again, I'm speaking from experience, you guys have each other's backs 100 times more so than a neighbor you're going to meet or something like that. I just stick close to my platoon, and I think you're golden that way. All right, one more. Let me see if I can find one more here. Pine Country Homestead. Do I know if solar generators qualify for the federal solar tax credit? Yes, they do. Okay. So anything that you buy, the panels, the generators, you buy any extra cords, you buy a wine cooler, that all qualifies for the solar tax credit, guys. Okay. Anything you get does, because you're not using grid power, and yes, it qualifies for a solar tax credit. So make sure you take that, because it's 30%. Okay. You know, spend $1,000 on a generator. Okay. You get 30% of that back from federal tax deduction. I'm not complaining. All right, 10 o'clock. Have a good evening, guys. We'll see you in the morning. Pinball out.